to another video. The Ranger 1500 build, as you guys can see, is torn down. You guys know, if there's one thing about me that you already know, is that the silver on the paint and the silver on the powder coat on our new Ranger 1500 wasn't gonna last very long. Again, if you guys missed the first initial couple videos on the Ranger, they have never made a 1500 in black, nor do they in 24 or 25, so we have to make our own black one. So we took the plastics off, we took them up to our man Cam at Knockout Customs. We went ahead and took our springs, basically our factory suspension, took our springs apart, had the guys from I-69 Motorsports powder coat these on our last video when we were up there getting our Razor. So they handled the powder coat for us quickly, going ahead and sticking with the same gold that we went with on the Razor, and they also did these pieces down here, the top hat's up here black, so no more silver, all gold, because we kind of want the Ranger and the Razor to match at least somewhat. You guys, black and gold, black and gold, black and gold, everything. Cam went ahead and mixed up some custom black with gold flake paint. I'm not sure the shop light is really going to be able to do this color literally any justice. We need some sunlight, but I'm sure at the end of this video, while it's daylight out, we'll bring it outside. But this is basically a black paint with a lot of pearl, a lot of gold, and it is going to look absolutely disgusting. And when I say disgusting, I mean actually very, very good. I'm super excited. So we're gonna go ahead and put this thing together. We're leaving for Smoky Mountain Truck Fest literally tomorrow morning. So what better time than to crunch and get this thing back together now? So we got suspension to put back on, the panels to put back on, and this should really give this thing a pretty insane transformation. Now, before we continue, obviously I had to start with two of the easiest pieces that just snap on. The rest of the panels are a little bit more intricate. Now, in my mind, I would have loved to paint every single little plastic piece on this entire thing. I know a lot of guys smooth these things down. They paint match the entire thing, so they're basically almost like a full truck paint job. Now, that wasn't in the time. Much bigger budget for something like that, so there is going to be the kind of like different textures of like this matte plastic versus the gloss pieces. Again, it'd be the same as if they offered a gloss black one. All the plastics would still be, I guess, whatever you would call this. And then this 1500 actually has some really big raised texture area. So in order to completely like smooth and paint this thing out, honestly, probably just as much time, money, and effort into painting, like honestly, like the shorty paint job versus this. Like guys do the roofs, I mean, they do the doors, all that stuff has to be sanded. It is a massively, massively big job. So for the time being, we're not going that crazy. We're not going to SEMA with this thing. We're just painting the silver pieces in a super nice gloss. Ooh, you can kind of see it there. Ooh, that's good. We now interrupt this Ranger viewing pleasure to capture this fine moment on Fujifilm here. We've got our man Dawson here. Yeah, man. First oil change on the old Ford. How we feeling down there, Daw?
I will say there's quite a large amount of velocity on the gravitational pull of this oil coming out.
All right, easy there, Bill Nye. Anyway, in other news, Dawson got his wheels on. Dawson, what do we got down here while you're so comfortable? Why don't you give us the full rundown?
Yeah, we got 26x12 JTX forged. They're called Omens. Despite what the internet says, they're not one of one.
Got the camera floaters.
Got the camera floater. We're rocking 35-inch tires. You know, we like to daily drive and tow and not worry about potholes.
I mean, we still don't want to turn. You know, that we wouldn't want that. But I mean, Grandpa rig is definitely not looking so grandpa anymore.
Sorry about the floor, man.
Yeah. Anyway, getting back to the Ranger here, we're trying to move through this fairly quickly. We've got our second panel on, and again, not sure how many people are ever gonna use this as a reference source, but here's a part number for some clips on the Ranger. I'm sure they're on plenty of other things. When you take these panels off, they go flying, sometimes they break. So we went ahead and got a bunch of those because this panel right here specifically, they went for a launch. But as you guys can see, here we go. That's what the two-tone black is gonna look like. And I'm telling you what, she gonna be looking good, let me tell you what. We're tackling the doors because the doors are kind of easy, and then we'll go ahead and put our front fenders, and as you can see, the whole bed kind of needs to get disassembled, so we'll keep rolling.
Hello?
Guys, we just pulled the Ranger outside for the first time since the paint overhaul makeup, and let me tell you what, oh my goodness gracious, this thing looks insane. I don't know, I mean, you guys know me and my black fetish, but this thing just looks totally different. I really love the body lines of the Ranger compared to, say, the XP 1000s. They just have like really aggressive body lines, and now that it's like a two-tone black, it's kind of funny because the gloss black matches like the windows, because the windows are gloss black. We've got the matte kind of plastic along the edges, but everything went back together really nicely, and it's kind of funny. I didn't have any extra leftover bolts, which I was super happy about. Gold adds just enough nice touch up in there. I'm in love. I'm honestly in love. This thing, in my opinion, is super cool. Like, the Razor is really cool. The Ranger's just a totally different cool in my opinion. So this thing is looking thick with a couple C's, but super ecstatic. I love the color. I love the gold. It might rival one of my new favorite colors. So Cam went ahead and tinted the taillights the same color and kind of smoked those. So from the back here, kind of just looks like one gloss sheet. I get excited for a lot of different things, but you know, you got like making 3,000 horsepower, and then you got like paint matching your Ranger over here. And to me, it's all just awesome. I love the front ends on these Rangers, man. They look so sick with this, you know, hood louver scoop, man. It is a tank. It is a tank. I I'm really, really excited for the side-by-side builds. Again, it's just different. It's a little new. They are a little bit more modular, little like they're kind of like little mini trucks, if you want to call it that. This thing's about damn near size of a regular cab long bed. But that is pretty much going to wrap up our Ranger 1500. I would call it a one-day makeover, but we got the paint matching done. We swapped the color on the coils, so we basically made our own 1500 spec the way that I would like to see it come from the factory. But we're gonna get this thing cleaned up. We stayed up way too late getting it done last night. We are getting ready to load up and go to Smoky Mountain Truck Fest with this bad boy. So by the time this video goes up, if you're there on Friday, you're there on Saturday, we're gonna be dynoing the 05. We'll have the Ranger come check it out, and we will be having a good time. But this thing is now ready for the next wave of parts. You know, our exhaust is a little too quiet for my liking, so we're gonna go ahead and continue to build these things up. But huge thank you again to Cam for always knocking out all of our paint work in an awesome time frame, and the guys over at I-69 Motorsports. Again, if you guys need a machine, you guys hear me say it all the time, but I'm telling you, you won't get a better price, you won't get a better deal. I can promise you that. It is worth the drive. Go see my man Jay. He'll hook you up on a good deal. And again, them for knocking out the powder coat in pretty much next to no time on the springs and stuff. So that is going to wrap it up. Guys, I know we've been getting a lot of questions about the next Wrenchworks giveaway coming very soon. I can promise you guys, we're a little bit behind. I'm not even going to lie, but the wait will be well worth it, let me tell you what. So anyway, it's gonna wrap it up. We'll see you guys in the next video. Come out, see Smoky Mountain Truck Fest. If you guys after that, we've got Mid-Michigan. We might be at Worley for their open house, and then we got Blake Fitzgerald show at the end of the year. So that's where we'll be. That's what we're doing. I'm out of breath. We're rushing through this thing, but let's get this thing loaded up on the trailer, and hopefully you guys have a great weekend. See ya.